LSU at Ole Miss Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Grove time kickoff. ABC is the network. This was a 4.5 Chalai game last year. There was a field storming last year. And remember, this is a game LSU won in overtime, and they never led for a second. You know how rare that is to win a game and you never led for a second. They hit, I think, walk-off field goal, walk-off touchdown, whatever it was. Big question around this thing. Oh, who's going to start at quarterback for Ole Miss? I don't care. Either one of them will be good. That's my professional analysis there. I don't care. I know they got 5 different wide receivers with 130-plus yards receiving. So no matter whomst has been playing, they've been spreading the ball around. Remember, we are not using the word controversy on this show. When you got 2 good quarterbacks, it's not controversial. That's competition. That's depth. It's not controversy at all. I regret to inform you the thing is happening again for LSU, and the stat profile is starting to reflect it. 31st in passing yards per game, 112th in rushing yards per game. So once again, we're going to do this, huh? Now, the difference is they got a really good defense they can lean on. So it hasn't cost them a game yet. Garrett Nussmeier's been far less than 100%, and yet they're still throwing the ball much better than they're running the ball. I don't get it. It shouldn't be an issue there, but it is. And the big issue this weekend is that is absolutely how you attack Ole Miss. Ole Miss has the 122nd run defense in the country. And it may not even matter because LSU hadn't been able to run the ball. So LSU needs to run the ball here, please. If ever it shows up, make it show up this week. It's a huge prove-it spot for that offensive line because one thing I do know about Ole Miss is they can get after you, especially on the edge, and doubly especially if you're vulnerable at tackle, they can get after you, and triply especially if you're in a bunch of obvious passing downs on 3rd down. So I go back to the same question we asked about LSU in the preseason. We'll just ask it about this game. What are you asking Garrett Nussmeier to do? Last year, I thought they asked him to do an unfair amount of things. Hopefully he's not asked to shoulder an unfair amount of the load against Saturday. Now, what does Lane Kiffin see against this LSU secondary? They had 15 designed QB runs last week with Trinidad Chambliss playing. I expect that to be baked into the game plan again here. LSU 43rd pass D, 10th rushing D. We'll get back to the video 1 second. Do me one quick favor. Look down. Make sure you're subscribed. Most of you are. If you're not, please do so. It's the way we keep the channel free, we keep the videos coming, and we get to do college football year-round as God intended. All right, as promised, back to the video. You would think in the preseason, looking at the fact that they had to face Cade Klubnik, Clemson, week 1. They got to face DJ Lagway a few weeks later. You would think by the time they play at Ole Miss, they will have faced 2 really good passing attacks. Could be that LSU's the common denominator there. LSU just makes you look foolish. That may be the case. If that's the case, then we need it again here. I need full American hero Blake Baker mode from the defense. I think LSU needs to play with the lead. That's what I think. They have had 12 first-quarter possessions so far this year. 3 touchdowns, 2 turnovers, 6 punts, 1 missed field goal. And the problem here is Ole Miss can jump you. And if they do, and you look up and it's 14-3, then what do? Well, you panic a little bit in your play calling, and you just got to throw the ball 54 times. And that is not where we want to be. I don't even care if Nussmeier is fully healthy. That is not where we want to be here. That's not putting me in a good enough position or a fair position. So there are a couple of games this weekend where I actually think road team grabbing an early lead, don't have to lead it, but be within 1 possession. Don't ever be in catch-up mode. I think it's imperative. Let's take a look at what the model thinks. So right now, you need to know LSU opened as a favorite in this game. It has crossed 0. Ole Miss, as of this evening, and it is Thursday evening, if you're watching the replay, Ole Miss is now a 1.5-point favorite. And let me tell you, the model says not enough. That line needs to keep on moving to catch up with where the model is. The model is all the way up to Ole Miss -4. The model thinks that the wrong team was favored. The model now thinks the right team is favored, but it's still not enough. The model thinks Ole Miss wins and covers, and I do too. Give me Ole Miss to win. Give me Ole Miss to cover. I think there's still some issues with this LSU team. They've been masked a little bit because they have won games, which is very good. And I also fully believe in the theory that it's possible for a team to have issues early in the year and get them worked out as the season goes on. Sometimes that happens, like with Florida last year, but it was too late because they had already lost a bunch of games by the time they figured it out. Well, if you can play defense like LSU has so far, maybe you don't have to lose. Maybe you keep winning ugly, and then you just end up winning.